Alright guys, welcome back to an episode of Skype's. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also leave any comments for me down in the comments below. In addition to the description where there's links to my Twitch and Discord. Twitch for live streams when they happen, Twitter for updates on videos and live streams, and Discord just hang out and chat with me in the community. And now that we got all that stuff out of the way, let's get into the episode today. So, we have some big plans, big goals today. One of those being to kill the Guardian of Gaia, which I really don't want to have to do. The other one, which I'm working on currently, and we're just kind of going to let go in the background, is to get our energizing rods up to the max tier, which is nitro, so that we can then get our thermogenerators up to that tier. And at that point, I mean, right now we're not losing energy. I don't believe. I think we're storing and generating just about as much, like equivalent amounts. So I think we're pretty much neutral even while making this, and this is costing 20 million FE. So pretty hefty cost. But I think even with setup as is, we're not losing any energy, so we're probably fine at the moment. I just don't want to get to a point where we are not fine, because that is generally what happens in these packs. You have enough power until you don't, essentially. And at that point, things get very annoying, because all of a sudden you're trying to make a new power infrastructure and it just is slow. So I'm trying to keep ahead of that. Also, I think this is a pretty endgame power setup for us. The only other thing I can think we could do to do a bit more power would maybe be a mechanism fusion reactor, though I don't actually know, because I know that's going to require quite a bit of setup, so I want to avoid that at all cost. Also, we've kind of finished the mechanism tab, so I'd prefer not to have to mess around with mechanism again. So to make these nitro crystals, I'm going to set this one going, and then we're going to go do the Guardian of Gaia. But to make them, you just throw that, and that together, and then it just leave it to do its thing, pretty much. So for this attempt at the Guardian of Gaia, first of all, let's make sure we go into options. Music is off. Put jukeboxes and no blocks at that. I think that should be fine. We want to switch out our jetpack for armor. It gives us a little bit more defense. And I don't have a wither impunity medallion thing. Just have the one for void and fire, because I can't make the wither one without getting wither roses, and I know how to do it. I just don't have a good place here to do it. I'd have to probably go over to the mainland area, fight a wither there. And in the process of fighting that wither, have him kill some mobs, so that we can get wither roses spawning. But I don't even know if that would necessarily work. It should work in all the testing I've done, but if we really run into a problem with wither during this fight, we'll definitely think about doing that for the next attempt. But I'm hoping we can just take him out this time. So I have my Captive Dreams, which is the sword. It's like 11.5 damage. And then a bow I got that's really powerful. So let's hope this is enough. I think I don't think this thing can be ranged. The range is more for the mobs we get when we get to the later phases. See, this is what I was worried about, is the wither. Because I'm pretty sure I'm about to die here. Yep. So we definitely need to take care of the wither effect. Alright, so I guess we're gonna go fight a wither boss, because that wither effect almost instantly took me to like 0. So we should have the soul sand for it. Let's go see how our... V is really the... I mean, I can't get much better armor than this. Armor-wise. Those are done. Nice. Oops. That's one thing I don't like about this. I know I can adjust it, but if I adjust it, I always end up setting it too slow. But then when I adjust it back, it's always too fast. So I know we can definitely take out a wither boss with this setup we have. Just need to get it. I need to take it out, but I also need it to kill some mobs. Which is a little bit more technical thing to get it to do. Right, now we're up to 3. These niotic, nitro, not niotic. Niotic is one of the earlier tiers, I believe. So much faster. So much faster. We'll just leave this running while we go to fight our wither. Since it will continue running. And we don't even, I mean, we are going to need to fight some withers later on for one of the boss killing quests. But we really don't need to fight a wither. We just need it to kill the mobs. I mean, I'm definitely going to fight it since there's kind of no point in spawning it in just to let it roam around. Plus, if we do let it roam around, we could have some problems later. So I'm going to kill it, but you don't technically have to. Because my understanding of it is if the wither kills a mob, it spawns a wither rose. So I just need to get an area that's pretty dense with enemies of some kind that it's likely they'll get shot. Which I guess is easier said than done. I mean, it's almost night. So if I just get it set up like over here. Get it to the point where it's essentially ready to go. I'm also a little worried about, I guess we start it now so that we can get a little bit through the fight before back away enough. That's a, what the hell? I literally just need one wither rose. Spawn. Is that a wither rose? It is. Where's the wither at? Because we still need to kill him. So I'm just gonna, with the bonsai pot, I can just pot the wither rose. Oh yeah, at this point he's immune to that kind of damage. Nope. He's gonna kill me if I don't back away. Luckily this armor gives me a little bit of like a regen. Kind of need to heal up a little bit more than that. God, I need to stop playing so much Elden Ring. Just tried to lock on to the enemy. Yeah, that definitely wouldn't have done anything in this game. Where did he go? Oh, he's just sitting on the ground there. Maybe he'll kill some mobs. Yeah, just live your best life out here. In the desert. I could honestly just leave him, and I feel like that's probably what we're gonna do. I could kill him. It's not a big deal to kill him, but I'm just gonna let him enjoy himself. All he's doing is killing mobs in the environment. And it probably will despawn. Hopefully. But we got what we needed from him, so we're all good. So let's get some wither roses spawning up so that we can get, or farm up some wither roses so that we can get a wither proofing talisman so that we won't have to worry about wither damage. Let's get all this sugarcane put away because we don't need it at the moment. So what we need to make this wither-proofing talisman is one... four wither roses. So... we're going to get that together, and then let's see how fast this can make. So now what we need to make, now that we have that done, for this is a bunch of emerald. Of the emerald crystal that it makes. I can't think of what it's called right this moment. The spirited crystal. And I think each of these requires 9 crystals each over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 of them. So that's 64 plus 8, which would be 72. So we need about 72 crystals. So a stack and 8. It's probably a better way to put it. That's as many as we need. So once we're through all these emeralds, we would be at enough crystals. So while that happens, I'm going to let this, some wither roses, and I'll be right back when this is done. So BRB. Alright guys, we're back. So I have prepped myself as much as possible. I got our wither charm going. I've also done some energy stuff which we can show off in a bit, but I want to try and get this boss knocked out, because if I can get this one knocked out, we're definitely going to need some better gear to do the final one that's actually the quest boss. So this is actually not the one that's going to complete the quest for us. This one is just going to allow, well, it'll complete a quest, but it won't complete this quest. This quest, the Dice of Fate, you don't get until you fight the tier 2 of this boss. So what this is going to get us is the ability to make the Gaia mana spreader, and it should get us enough stuff to make the Gaia ingot needed for the tier 2. So let's take another jab at this, and hopefully we won't die instantly this time. We are witherproof now, so wither shouldn't affect us. It's just a matter of keeping the I thought he was range immune. Isn't he used to be range immune? This boss is just fucking annoying. Well, we're gonna take another try at it in a second. Let's go see how our crystals are doing. Oh, well, doesn't even matter because I gotta go pick up my crap because the boss killed me. Yeah, I don't know what else I can do to increase defense to a point where this is a doable boss, but right now it's just not. It really isn't. I mean, we're gonna try it again, but what is this? Instant health? Okay, so if he gets me low, I can use that. Oh, is this boss pissing me off? See, in most mod packs, it lets you just kind of get to a point where this boss is, although he's annoying and pisses everyone off because all of his moves are bullshit, is doable. Yeah, this mod pack is not letting you do that. This mod pack is essentially just saying, you know what, fuck you. Let's just see how many times you can die before you get tired of fighting it and give up. So we're going to do one last try at it this episode, and if this doesn't work, I'm going to do it off camera, and we're going to call it a day at that, because this boss is just making for kind of crap content. Let's be honest. And nobody want to see me fight this boss again. Also, I don't know what that is being caused by, but it's fucking bullshit. I essentially get to spend the entire fight dodging some kind of weird platform that... Yep. I am wither immune, and it is still almost instantaneously cutting my health in half with those blocks, and there's no way to prevent that damage. I'm pretty sure that damage is intended to be impossible to prevent. So we're gonna do one more try now, because now he's really pissed me off and I really want him to die. And we're gonna fly and see if we can solve that. Although I'm pretty sure when I did it with flight last time, it just made everything harder. I am gonna lower our throttle some so that it's a little bit less dramatic. It's more of just like a hover, essentially, than actual flight. Oh, fucking hell. That's just bullshit. And I get it. I do truly get that the mod maker is trying to make it so that the boss cannot be cheesed. But when you make the boss nearly impossible to fight, even with your own best armor set from your mod, then at that point, I have no sympathy for you. Because I am wearing what is considered the best armor set from his mod, minus ever so slight enchantments. And this is not even the hardest boss in his mod. Yet, his or her, I should say. I shouldn't say him because I don't actually know the mod maker in any way, so I couldn't tell you who it is, in fact. But yeah, it's just straight bullshit. And really, if you're gonna make a mod that has a hard boss in it and make it impossible to defeat with the armors and weapons from that mod, and make it so that you have to use what is essentially other mods' higher level gear to do it, then you've damaged your own mod and made your mod almost unplayable. So we're gonna try one more time with what is, I guess, as far as I understand it, it's worse armor, but maybe it's better in a way that I don't understand, that the mod maker doesn't make clear, or maybe I just didn't read. So we are going to try this one time with what is, I believe, considered the absolute best armor from this mod, because I think this is worse armor, but it may have like an offensive ability. I'm also going to make a Terrorblade. I'm going to try to do this purely just with this mod's weaponry. This mod's weaponry exclusively. And this is going to be our last attempt at this. And if this doesn't work, then I'll just do this off camera. So I know it does that. What we probably want is the next tier up, which is the Star Caller, or at least my favorite of the next tier of them. We need some bottles. Go to the end, get that. Rare. Just get a bunch of bottles worth. Sleep so that we're fighting during daytime. The only component of this mod that I'm not using currently in this fight is there's a potion brewing system built into that mod, but I'm pretty sure this, yeah, calls down things that hit the ground. Alright, so we're only going to use a, actually we should make there's a bow from this mod, we should make that too. Bow, this one. Need what? Mana string. So we need string. Need to make another twig. We're gonna literally use only this mod stuff and see if it's even doable. So that I'm not just complaining about something when there is a valid solution and I'm choosing to ignore it. And since I'm pretty sure the bow doesn't work very well without a mana tablet, we're gonna take an ender pearl. We're gonna make a mana tablet and load her up. And also I think this gives us the ability to heal our weapons too. But this is purely to prove the point that I'm making here, which is essentially that this mod did not give you the tools to defeat this boss. The only thing I'm going to use that's not technically from this mod is I'm going to keep on my keep on my talismans because, frankly, that's just me not liking dealing with status effects in this game. Okay, that thing's completely full. I believe there's a slot for it, isn't there? No, I guess there's not a slot, but it remains, so we're fine. All right. Terra Steel, taking the armor or the jetpack off. I'm gonna fight it on the ground. Essentially as the mod maker would have intended, I'd imagine. Nope. You cannot physically take the hits from his... I don't know what's causing that. Well, on that terrible disappointment, we are going to end the episode because I cannot stand to sit here and try and fight this boss anymore. I will do it off camera, and we will come back with that quest completed. Sorry about all that, but frankly, if the mod maker is listening, you've made a boss that can't be beat with your own gear, and frankly, that's just stupid, in my opinion. You can all rage in the comments if you love the mod, but thank you all for those comments. If you give them to me, I always take any feedback that is constructive to heart. Yeah, and have a great day, guys.